Hello kids, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. Children, as you all are aware that we were doing revision of your GK book, and in your GK book yesterday we have done about domestic animals, wild animals, pet animals and their food habits. Today children I am going to take our next topic, that is life underwater. Next topic from your GK book, that is life under water. Now what do you mean by life underwater? Here I am going to talk about what kind of a life underwater. Underwater, first of all, the animals which live in water, they are known as aquatic animals. So whenever it is asked that what are aquatic animals, so you will give answer that animals, those who live inside the water, they are known as aquatic animals. Now what kind of a life we will be having inside the water, that is an important thing. So children, here we will be having different types of animals, as different types of animals were living on the land also. In the same way, different animals were living in the water also. And they can be considered as aquatic animal or water animal or simply an animal. So now children will see that life, what kind of a life we will be having underwater. So that is life underwater, what kind of a life we will be having. So we'll start with the first one, that life underwater, that is sharks. First animal which we are seeing right now, that is sharks. Now sharks can swim very fast and live mostly in oceans. Now sharks can swim very fast and lives mostly in oceans. Now there are more than 300 types of sharks. If you will find it out in your books or in your some videos also, you will find it out that there are more than 300 types of sharks. But in movies or in pictures we have seen only one kind of a sharks. Huh? So one kind of a sharks only we have seen. So that is one kind of a sharks we have seen. But rather we are having more than 300 types of sharks, and those sharks, they are quite faster in their movement. How they are faster in their movement? Because they live mostly in oceans and they will be getting plenty of water, plenty of space over there, and they will be getting the sufficient water to survive over there. So sharks can swim very fast and live mostly in oceans. Now there are more than 300 types of sharks. There are more than 300 types of sharks, and these sharks, all these variety of sharks are living in the ocean itself. Now one important thing about sharks, that they don't shift from one place to another place. If in a ocean there are more than one variety of sharks, so they will be living in their particular area. So one shark is not shifting to the other place. They are living on their particular place and then they are doing survival over there only. So sharks can swim very fast and live mostly in oceans. There are more than 300 types of sharks. That is again an important thing, that they will be swimming very fast and running very quickly. Now the next is, that is your sharks are very important, because sharks comes in carnivorous. Yesterday also I have told you. Here I am going to take revision of the previous topic also, which we have done yesterday. We are going to take revision of that topic also along with this, that Sharks swim very fast, they live mostly in oceans, and they comes in the category of carnivorous animals because they eat other fishes and other animals which live inside the water. So sharks can swim very fast and live mostly in oceans. There are more than 300 types of sharks in the ocean. If we'll talk about one particular area of the ocean, we'll be getting more than 300 types of sharks over there. Now jellyfishes. In water also we will be getting a sufficient or many variety of animals over there, and they are quite often we found them quite same to the animals which live on land. They also fight with each other, they also eat each other. Some of the fishes were herbivorous, they are eating only plants or some seeds or something which is scrape food which they will find it out inside the oceans. So those fishes comes in the category of herbivorous, and then but sharks comes in the category of carnivorous animals because they eat other fishes, although they eat human beings also. Few of the sharks were eating human beings also, and uh, they know that by the smell of the blood they will be able to understand what is the means what where is the they will find out that human being. Now we'll come to next, that is jellyfish. Jellyfish are so called because around 90% of their body is jelly like, and a jellyfish has an umbrella like body. Now what is jelly? Jelly you might have seen and you have eaten it also, that jellies are the toffees which are moving, and then some chemicals were put into it, and then it can be moved and it can be soft material was there, and that jellyfish are so called because they have around 90% of their body is jelly like. So a jellyfish has an umbrella like body. Jellyfish is having umbrella like body. Umbrella like body means they have that certain kind of a shape. The half of their body is filled with jelly like substance, and apart from that body, in on their head they will be having that mushroom like cap, like we will be having cap over the mushroom, just that kind of an umbrella like structure over the jellyfishes will be there. Now these fishes are so comfortable in changing their shape, they can move within any stones or with any mountains which are present inside the oceans, and they can be easily movable. Now few of the fishes were eating these jellyfishes. Few of the fishes were eating these jellyfishes. And like shark and other fishes, they were eating these jellyfishes, and these jellyfishes are herbivorous. Now we'll come to next, that is dolphins. Now dolphins are known for their intelligence, playfulness and friendliness to humans. Now dolphins are well known for the playfulness, friendliness and intelligence. Dolphins are quite intelligent, and most of the dolphins were used only in the medical lab for testing different medicines, different vaccine, how they react. Because we found that dolphins are quite similar in the reaction with the human being, because they are as intelligent as human beings, they understand the language of human being, and they will do that particular, that they will perform with that only. So these dolphins are known for their intelligence, playfulness and friendliness to humans. They eat other fishes and sea animals. They eat other fishes and sea animals. So that only that other fishes and sea animals. So these dolphins are also comes in carnivorous, and they are also eating those jellyfishes, sea animals, and different fishes also that was eaten by these dolphins. Now we'll come to the last fish, which is an important one, that is the blue whales. Now why these blue whales are quite important? Because the blue whales are the largest animal on earth. If it will be asked from you that which is the largest animal on the earth, then your answer will be yes. That is your blue whales. Now one blue whale is equal to the weight of 20 elephant. A blue whale can be as heavy as 20 elephants. So that is an important thing about the blue whales, that blue whales are the largest animal on earth, as well as a blue whale can be as heavy as 20 elephants. So that you all will remember, the blue whale are the largest animal on earth, and a blue whale can be as heavy as 20 elephants. So that all you are going to remember it, that what is the weight of a blue whale, that is equal to 20 elephants, and the weight of one elephant is about 1000 kg. Now we'll come to quick quiz here. I've told you in the beginning only what do you mean by aquatic. Aquatic means one who lives in water. Aquatic means animal who lives in water, and that is your aquatic animal, that is known as your aquatic animal. So in that only here we are taking that circle the animal which are not aquatic. Circle the animal which are not aquatic. So we are going to circle it. Now rat. Rat is, we found rat on land. So rat is not an aquatic animal. So we will make a circle on rat. Now seahorse. We are going to find seahorse in the sea. So we will not encircle sea. Horse. Owl. Now owl we will get in, we will not get in aquatic, we will not consider it as an aquatic animal. So we will encircle owl. Now octopus, again octopus is a, octopus is a, octopus is an aquatic animal, so that we are not going to encircle it. So that is this chapter which we have done just now, life under water. Life under water. So we'll take a quick recap, and after that we are going to start with the revision of the next chapter. Quickly we are going to revise the important things about life underwater. Sharks. Sharks can swim very fast and live mostly in oceans. Sharks you will not find it out in ponds, in lake or in river, because they are quite huge in shape, quite big in shape. They require that much water to live over there. So they live in oceans, and there are more than 300 types of sharks in the ocean. Now we'll come to next, that jellyfish. Jellyfish are so called because around 90% of their body is jelly-like substance. A jellyfish has an umbrella-like body on the heads. They are having umbrella, and these umbrella-like structure will make them unique from the other animals. Now we'll come to next, that is dolphins. Dolphins are well known for their intelligence, playfulness and friendliness to the humans. Now they eat fishes and sea animals. The blue whales are the largest animals on earth. A blue whale can be as heavy as 20 elephants. So that we have done largest animal on earth, then your answer will be the blue whale. Largest animal on the earth, then your answer will be blue whale. So children, now we'll start the next exercise. So children, with this we have finished with the first topic of today's class, that is life underwater. So after that we have finished with all types of animals. So next topic for today is, that is means of transport. What are the different means of transport that we are going to find it out. Now different means of transport, that is Noe is planning a trip. Now use the words from the help box and tell him the names of the different means of transport he can use. Now Noe is planning for a trip and use the words from the help box. Now you have to give answer to this question, that is, we have already done this chapter. Here we are doing revision, so you are going to tell me the answers here. Now the first one is, as you can see the picture also, number 1, and first of all, means of transport, we have 3 means of transport: land transport, air transport and water transport. Land transport means the means of transport which travel or using the land to move from one place to another place. Then air transport means by air you are shifting from one place to another place. Then water transport means water used as a medium to travel from one place to another place. Now number 1, an dash is made of metal and flies in the sky. So what is made up of metal and is made flies in the sky? So that is an aeroplane. aeroplane. You will learn the spelling because this help box will not be given in the exam. An aeroplane, aero, plane. Aeroplane is made of metal and flies in the sky. Now we'll come to number 2. Now earlier when somebody was saying that a structure which is made up of metal and it can be flies in the sky, so rest of the people, they were laughing on them. When at first when Wright brothers have made that aeroplane, then they were making in between that only the people, they were laughing on them that, oh, okay, is it possible to move with that? No, that is not possible. That a structure which is totally made up of metal, it will not flies in the sky. So many people are saying no, it is not possible, but actually they made it possible, and nowadays you can see that how many things which were flying in the sky, aeroplane, helicopter, even different fighter jet planes also, they were flying in the sky itself. Now we'll come to number 2. A dash has a number of bogies which are pulled by an engine. So a train has a number of bogies which are pulled by an engine. So train, you have to remember TRAIN, a train. So in that you have to remember that spelling also, as well as you have to remember that train also comes in the land transport, because although the track has been made separately, but that track was made on land itself. So these trains are also comes in the category of land transport. So that you all will remember that they will come in the category of land transport. Now we'll come to third one, an Dash is a small motor vehicle with three wheels. So that is an auto rickshaw. As you can see in the picture, an auto rickshaw is a small motor vehicle with three wheels, and a small motor means the capacity of auto rickshaw is quite less and they can carry only 3 person or 3 to 4 person, and that is containing small motor which can be carried mostly in urban areas. In city areas you will see these kind of a auto rickshaw, but in the village area they have to carry a proper load, so they will be having that huge auto rickshaw over there. So most of us have seen only this auto rickshaw only, and spelling also you will learn, that is auto, AUTO, auto rickshaw, RICKSHAW, rickshaw. Now we'll come to 4. A dash is a large boat for traveling on water. So for traveling on water we required a large boat, that is ship. Nowadays we are having cruise, we are having different crusader, and different cruises were there that was made by different countries, and here that is a large boat is known as a ship. A ship is a large boat for traveling on water. So now we'll come to fifth one. A dash has two wheels and a motor. So a motorcycle has two wheels. A motorcycle has two wheels. A motorcycle has two wheels and a motor. A motorcycle has two wheels and a motor, and which help that motorcycle to travel from one place to another place, and it has a capacity of carrying 2 person at one time. It has a capacity to carry 2 persons at one time. See now, children, one important thing, why this all these uh, means of transport is required. Answer is there in the heading itself, means of transport. Transport means traveling or moving from one place to another place. Earlier, when in the earlier time, when the people, those who are not having these means of transport, our ancestors are not having these means of transport, हमारे जो बुजुर्ग थे या हमारे जो पूर्वज थे, दे आर नॉट हैविंग दैट मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट, तो वो क्या करते थे, वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाने के लिए दे वर यूजिंग एनिमल्स, वो एनिमल्स को यूज़ करते थे, या वो किस को यूज़ करते थे, बुल कार्ट और हॉर्स कार्ट, और दीज एनिमल्स वर यूज्ड इन दैट कार्ट. सो लेटर ऑन व्हील की डिस्कवरी जब से हुई, कार्ट बनने शुरू हुए, एंड देन लेटर दे हैव डिस्कवर्ड द पीपल, दे स्टार्टेड डिस्कवरिंग, अगर हम उसमें ऐसा कुछ सिस्टम कर दें दैट इट कैन बी रन विद अ लिटिल मोर एफर्ट, उसमें एनिमल्स की रिक्वायरमेंट. अब क्या होता था कि एनिमल्स को जब हम कार्ट में लगाते थे तो दे विल बी हैविंग दैट सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ ए हरासमेंट, कि लगातार अगर हॉर्स है वो राइडिंग करता रहेगा तो क्या होगा, वो वहाँ पे थक जाएगा तो फिर देवर दीज एनिमल्स आर रिक्वायर्ड वाटर ऑल्सो. तो हमें अगर कहीं जाना है तो हमें एनिमल के लिए भी पानी रखना है, उसके लिए भी फूड वी हैव टू कीप इट, सो दैट विल कॉस्ट अ लॉट. तो देन वी हैड अ थॉट कि व्हाई वी विल नॉट कीप that kind of a certain kind of invention we will do, and that invention was done by different people at different time. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि ships, एरोप्लेन और जितने भी ये मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट है और एट वंस ओनली एक दिन वन फाइन डे ये सारे इन्वेंट हो गए और ये सारे यहाँ पे बन गए, ऐसा नहीं हुआ, ऐसा नहीं होता. और क्या होता है कि एक वन फाइन डे पे नहीं बना है, धीरे धीरे slowly they have discovered one thing, then second thing, then third thing. ऐसे करते करते they have discovered these all things. So that was done by the people and the persons. So now number 6, a dash has 4 wheels and can carry people. So a car has 4 wheels and can carry people. Now कार की भी डिस्कवरी जो हुई थी कि वन फाइन डे अ पर्सन हैड थॉट कि मैं अभी टिडबिट्स में भी उसको बताऊंगी. वन फाइन डे टिडबिट्स में क्या, टिडबिट्स में मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करूंगी व्हाट हैपन कि उन्होंने सोचा कि वी हैव टू गो टू द मार्केट एंड व्हेन द अदर पर्सन इज नॉट गोइंग टू द मार्केट हाउ वी कैन कैरी आर लोड, हम सामान कैसे लेके आएंगे. अब मोटर से हम लोगों ने कार तो बना लिया, बाईसाइकिल तो बना लिया, मोटर बाइक बना ली, बट हाउ वी कैन कैरी लोड्स. तो कैरी लोड्स की जब बात आई देन दे हैड अ थॉट कि हमारे पास वी हैव कार एंड ये कार दिस काइंड ऑफ ए स्ट्रक्चर. अर्लियर कार व्हेन कार वाज इन्वेंटेड इट हैज़ ओनली 3 wheels. वो कार के 3 wheels थे. सी हाउ, वो कार के 3 wheels थे एंड वो 3 wheels के बाद देन लेटर ऑन जो बेंज इज़ द कंपनी जिन्होंने पहली फर्स्ट कार बनाई थी. इट हैज़ 3 wheels एंड इट कैन कैरी 2 people. उसमें 2 लोग बैठ सकते थे एंड दे कैन कैरी देयर लोड ऑल्सो. वन राइडर वॉज सिटिंग इन द फ्रंट एंड द सिटर दे कैन सिट एट द बैक एंड दे हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ स्पेस टू कीप ऑल दोज थिंग्स. फिर लेटर ऑन वो उसको उसमें 3 लोगों की बैठने की जगह बनाई गई एंड देन दिस इन्वेंशन वॉज डन कि जिसमें आपका 4 cars वर देयर. 4-seater will be made and then a dicky was made at the back. So that is your car. Now tidbits will come to tidbits. I'll show you this picture also. A tram, also known as streetcar. You can see in this picture. In this picture you can see a tram, which is also known as streetcar, is a vehicle that runs on a track laid on the street. Now their tracks were laid on the street which does not require much of the space. These were put on the over the roads only and they can easily run on that roads only and they usually run on electricity. Now this concept, the reason for introducing these tram is to reduce traffic and pollution on the roads. So when these trams were introduced by the Britishers in our country, they had a thought that now the people they started running from one place to another place and they required that particular place to live over there. So they need something to shift from one place to another place, or they required something to go from one place to another place. So they had thought that why they should not introduce something or few things like that will be able to move over, or they that people can travel from one place to another place in one go. So they have introduced these tram cars, that is also known as street cars, and is a vehicle that runs on a track laid on the street. And in India you will be getting these tram cars in Kolkata most often. Now also they were running these tram cars and most of the people they were going with this only because they are staying on each and every stoppage. So that is an important invention and it helps to reduce the pollution and traffic also on the roads. So that we have done. I hope that is the 2 chapters which we have done today, that is quite clear to you all. Now I am going to conclude the class today, that is 2 chapters, life underwater and means of transport, and the tidbits that is related to means of transport. You are going to remember this and in the next class we are going to take revision of the next topic. So children, be safe, be healthy. That's all for today children. Have a good day.